What's up, everyone? My name is Deshaun Chin, also known as the Business Robot, TBR. If you're new to this channel, this platform is built around three things that I believe can completely change someone's life if they take them seriously. Business, fitness, dieting. I call it BFD motivation. Because success isn't just about money. Success is about discipline. Success is about improving yourself in multiple areas of life at the same time. Building your financial discipline, building your physical discipline, and building your mental discipline. That's the entire philosophy behind the business robot. But today I want to talk about something personal. I want to explain why I started the business robot in the first place. Because this channel didn't just randomly appear one day. It came from years of trying things, failing at things, learning from those failures, and slowly improving over time. And the story actually starts when I was 14 years old. When I was 14 years old, like a lot of teenagers, I spent a lot of time on YouTube. I watched gaming videos. I watched commentary channels. I watched creators who were building large audiences and communities online. And seeing that made me think about something. I started wondering what it would feel like to create videos that people actually watch. I wondered what it would feel like to build a channel that grows. So I decided to try it. I created my first YouTube channel. The name of that channel was Deshaun701. That was my first attempt at becoming a content creator. I started uploading gaming videos. At the time, I believed those videos were good. I thought they were entertaining. I thought people would enjoy them. But looking back now, years later, I can be honest about it. Those videos were not good. The audio quality was poor. The video quality wasn't great. The editing was very basic. There was no real strategy. There was no understanding of how YouTube works. I didn't understand things like thumbnails. I didn't understand how titles affect click-through rates. I didn't understand how watch time affects growth. I didn't understand audience retention. I didn't understand consistency. I was basically just uploading videos and hoping something would magically happen. But nothing happened. The channel didn't grow. I didn't reach 1,000 subscribers. I didn't reach 500 subscribers. I didn't even reach 100 subscribers. At the time, that felt disappointing. It felt like maybe YouTube just wasn't meant for me. But now when I look back at that time in my life, I see it very differently. Because that experience wasn't really a failure. It was actually training. Failure teaches lessons that success cannot teach. Failure teaches patience. Failure teaches humility. Failure forces you to learn. Failure forces you to improve. And even though that channel didn't grow, it planted a seed in my mind. A seed that would later grow into something bigger. That seed eventually became the business robot. As I got older, life started becoming more serious. School eventually ended. Responsibilities started increasing. And eventually I stepped into the real world. A world where bills exist. A world where schedules exist. A world where you realize that survival requires income. Right now, I work a 9-to-5 job as a custodian. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with honest work. Work builds discipline. Work builds responsibility. Work provides stability. But something always stayed in the back of my mind. I realized something important about traditional jobs. Most jobs operate on trading time for money. You work a certain number of hours. You get paid for those hours. But once the shift ends, the income stops. And that made me start thinking differently about the future. I started asking myself questions that most schools never really teach people to ask. Questions like, how do people earn money online? How do people build businesses on the internet? How do people create systems that continue generating income even when they are not working every single hour? How do people turn knowledge into value? Those questions pushed me toward learning something powerful. Online skills. The internet has created an entirely new economy. Today, people can build businesses and income streams completely online. Things like content creation, digital products, online education, freelancing, AI tools, automation systems, online communities, skill-based businesses. The internet allows people to create opportunities that didn't exist 20 years ago. I started learning about these things slowly, watching videos, reading information, studying people who were building digital businesses, learning from creators and entrepreneurs who understood the online world. Eventually, I started exploring communities where people were learning digital skills. Communities like the Real World, Active Income, Digital Launchpad, and the Inner Circle. I studied these communities not because I wanted to pretend to be rich, not because I wanted to show off online, but because I wanted to understand how the digital economy works. Because the world is changing. Technology improves every year. Artificial intelligence continues evolving. Online education continues growing. Digital entrepreneurship continues expanding. And the people who learn these skills early will have an advantage in the future. That realization is what led me to create the business robot. The name might sound unusual at first, but there is a powerful meaning behind it. A robot represents something important. Consistency. A robot does not rely on motivation. A robot follows a system. A robot executes tasks every day without excuses. That's the philosophy behind TBR. Instead of chasing trends, instead of chasing internet fame, instead of pretending to be wealthy online, I want to build something real and disciplined. The business robot focuses on three pillars: business, fitness, dieting. Because real success requires balance. Money without discipline usually disappears. Money without health eventually becomes meaningless. Money without structure often leads to chaos. That's why the TBR philosophy focuses on complete discipline: financial discipline, physical discipline, mental discipline. When those three areas work together, a person becomes stronger in every aspect of life. My goal with this channel is not to pretend I already have everything figured out. I'm honest about where I am in life. Right now, I'm still working a regular job. I'm still learning new digital skills. I'm still building this platform step by step. But I believe something very important. If you build systems consistently over time, those systems can eventually create freedom. My long-term vision is simple: to build income through things like YouTube, my website, digital products, membership communities, teaching online skills, and creating educational content that helps people earn money online. Not through shortcuts, not through scams, but through real effort and real systems. Another reason I created this platform is because I think a lot about the future. Technology evolves quickly. The way people make money today might look completely different in 20 years, or 50 years, or even 100 years. That's why I started creating something called the Digital Legacy Series, free ebooks designed to help people understand future opportunities in the digital economy. I want these resources to exist not just for people today, but for people in the future. Maybe someone decades from now finds one of those books. Maybe someone learns a digital skill because of it. Maybe someone improves their life because of it. Knowledge can outlive us. And if knowledge can help someone survive financially in the future, then it has real value. So if you're watching this video and you're someone who wants to improve your life, someone who wants to build discipline, someone who wants to learn new skills, someone who wants to build financial freedom over time, then this channel is for you. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to know everything. You just need to be willing to learn, improve, and stay consistent. Because discipline compounds over time. Small improvements today can turn into massive results in the future. If you want to go deeper, you can check out my free digital legacy ebook in the description. And if you want to follow this journey as it continues to grow, subscribe to the channel, because this is only the beginning. This is BFD Motivation, Business, Fitness, Dieting. And remember this: discipline builds freedom. Welcome to the Business Robot.